And as I say every year, the hunt is an entirely volunteer operation. Almost nobody you see out here is being paid to be out here. We do it because it's fun, and we do it because you guys are great, and you really are. We come out year after year. But please, thank you. Oh, they cheer themselves. First of all, and this is our big sponsor, and they made so many things happen this year. Carnival Cruise Lines. Not only the stage, but the incredible performers. They came through big time, and we're so grateful. We hope you all go on a Carnival cruise, go on the new ship, the Breeze. Give away free. They're still giving away free water. We appreciate that. The whole Fun Zone crew over there. Thank you. You guys are fantastic. We appreciate it. Some of the other sponsors of the hunt this year, CBS4, we thank them. We thank Super Wheels. From the Herald, Sylvia LaRue, who does all kinds of stuff for us. Andrea Benedetti, who provided the green phone. Wait a minute. Rick Hirsch and his wife Robin Landers, we thank them for all they've done. Kendall Hammersley, Fred Gonzalez, and Jose Iglesias. We have some other folks I'm going to get to from the Herald in a minute. All the hunt volunteers, please thank these folks with their staff t-shirts for all they come out and volunteer their time. A guy that we should thank every year more than we do, Andy Wenzel, also known as Andy the Tropic Hunt Guy. Thank you, Andy, for hearing more about the hunt than we do, I think, sometimes. And Andy maintains, it's called, if you look up Andy the Tropic Hunt Guy, you can see his website, and it documents all the hunts, both here and in Washington over the years. It's invaluable to us because this has actually happened. Tom and I will dream up a puzzle, spend a whole day, this is great, that'll really work. And at some point we go, did we already do that? And we'll look it up, and it turns out like in 1993 we did the same puzzle, you know.
And that's happened.
That actually happened
more than once,
actually. Just a special thank you. I don't know if, I think they're still here. The people who gave us the idea for the hunt in the first place back in the early 80s, Dave and Anna Harris and Len and Adrian Naviatowski are here somewhere. They're actually, Len couldn't be here, but Dave, Anna, and Adrian are all here, and they were hunting. They didn't win, I notice, but they are the masters. They are the originators of the hunt. And
well, that's okay, because we didn't win their hunt either, as I recall.
Two people that, above all, Tom and I want to thank, because we dump all kinds of crap on them, and they always come through for us. And all day long, we're calling them and asking them, do this, do that, and they always do. They're amazing. I want to bring them up on stage. Judy Smith, please come up on stage. And Elaine Pasikoff, who is, we call her the hunt mistress, who runs it all. This happens to be Elaine's birthday, so everybody, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Elaine, happy birthday to you. Before the night is over, that woman will have 19 beers in her. I'll tell you that right now. Every year. Okay, let's go to the puzzles. It's funny, all day long everybody's telling us, it's so easy this year. And yet.
And you might want to save it up some, because I think there's going to be spots here where you really want it.
Yeah, okay, we're going to start with what apparently was the toughest one this year, the signposts.
How many of you got the signposts?
Well, we'll see after I explain it whether they really did. Okay, we got to this, everybody knows what it was, a bunch of signs pointing every which way. Most of the signs had two words with arrows pointing in opposite directions. Most of the signs also had a letter. All right? The entrance said, follow the heat to victory. Follow the heat to victory. And the first post was a Jupiter going one way and Venus going the other. Figured out one of those is hotter. Venus is much closer to the sun than Jupiter. So you went in the direction of Venus. Then you came to one that said, passion, logic. Well, passion is hotter than logic, so you went that way. Each of those posts, as you went around following the heat, gave you a letter until you came to one, I believe, that just had a period at the end, right?
And
anyway,
no arrows.
If no more arrows. If you followed all those signs, always going to the hotter one, the letters spelled out 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2. Now, ordinarily you think a score is 20, so the answer would be 4 times 20. plus 2, or 82. But that was not a possible answer. The key there was to think, follow the heat to victory. Basketball, if you score a basket in basketball, it's 2 points. It can also be 3 points, but in our case it was 2 points. 4 times 2, 8, plus 2 is 10. How many people got that one? More of them got it now that I explained it.
And just so you know, if you were thinking 3-pointers, we excluded the answers for 14 was not a possible answer either.
We go now to the Art Basel puzzle over there on the way to the Barnacle. And wasn't that a nice little walk down to the Barnacle? If nothing else, you got to do that. They're booing the Barnacle, man! How about Mother Teresa? Anyway, so we had a Carnival Cruise guy, in fact, he's still here. Where's Ryan? Ryan here? Ryan Fitzgerald was playing the role of Arthur Basel, a very snooty art critic, explaining this complicated painting, which of course was just a giant black dot. And he was talking about, in all kinds of complex ways, about the finality of it, and circular period. He basically was suggesting the ends of things, and he was saying the answer was in your hand, so we gave you a catalog page. It was describing the work of art in Tom wrote it, great complex detail. All we were really asking you to do is look that it was a giant period, and he's telling you count the periods. And the problem we had, and we later realized, was that a lot of you, the IEs, there were 3 IEs, and some of you, because of the way it sounded, thought that really, we were trying to exclude the IEs, and it turns out there were 6 of them. So 15 periods, but if you subtracted the 6, you'd get 9. So some people came up with 9, and the more we thought about it, the more we thought, since that was a possible answer, that was pretty ambiguous, which is why I announced from the stage at the beginning here, 9 was not a possible answer. We wanted you to count them all. If you counted them all, you got 15. 15 was the right answer. How many people got that one right? Just about everyone. The comedians up on the stage here. We had Chris Roberts and John Rathbone. Please give them a hand. The poor guys had to do the most difficult thing a comedian can possibly do, stand up and tell jokes all day and get no laughs. Because they kept telling the joke, but then they stopped at the end and they went, something's missing here. What were they missing? Punchlines! The punchlines weren't there. You looked around at the other side of the park, you saw free punch, free punch. There were 2 places giving out free punch, and each one had stanchions out front, so there were lines. Punch lines they were. If you went over and entered in the correct way, look at it from that perspective, the punch lines formed 2 numbers. The numbers were 25. 25. The correct answer there, 25. How many people got that one right? Almost everybody got that one right. Okay. My personal favorite, the dance lessons. Again, 2 wonderful carnival performers, Chris Unstead and Calvin Martins, did a fantastic little show for you where they presented, they did it to Gangnam Style, unfortunately. No, we haven't heard that enough. So no, they presented you 4 dances in roughly this order. They showed you the loco, the motivate, the wind, and the dough. But they took them out of order. I think, what did you teach them first?
Motivate.
Motivate went first, and then then the loco, then the dough, and then the wind, and he goes, he said, not that I'm having it right now. Anyway, so then he put it together, but he didn't tell you the order, but the order was loco, motivate, wind, dough. Locomotivate, window. If you looked on, I believe it was the opening page of the instruction page of that, right? On page what? On the map page, sorry. You saw a locomotive with the number 8. There were planes and trains and automobiles all the way through with numbers on them. There was one locomotive with the number 8 on it, and the windows, the front window of locomotive 8 had 2 X's in it. So locomotive 8 window gave you 2 X's two X's in Roman numerals is what? 20. The answer to that one, 20. How many people got that one right? Wait, some of you did not get that one. How many didn't get that? Well, you idiots. Locomotive 8 window. How hard could that be?
By the way, all the locomotives and planes and cars, as well as the map, were drawn by the great illustrator Otis Sweat, who's done the height since the beginning in '84. By the way, there was a locomotive 84.
Yeah. On page 4.
But wait a second, let me ask you a question. Does 84 equal 8?
No, it does not.
I don't think so.
It's on page 4. Locomotive 8 is on page 4 of your thing. There are many locomotives in there. One of them is locomotive 8. I don't understand what
I don't understand.
We're sorry. We're not going to accept your booze.
We're booing you. We have microphones.
76.
Yeah, that makes it better.
Finally, the huntsmanship puzzle. This was at the end of the dock at the Barnacle. Beautiful scene there. Out at the end of the dock, giant pair of dice and a giant ruler. That was it. And it said, use your huntsmanship. What do you see at the end of the dock? The clue was the word ship, huntsmanship. What you saw at the end of the dock was what? A pair of dice. There is an ad in the hunt section for Carnival ships. One of those ships is named. Next to the pair of dice at the end of the dock was a ruler. There was a number of statistics for each ship. One of them was the length of the ship. So what we're telling you is paradise length. And the answer there was 855. 855. How many people got 855 for that one? All right, quite a few of you. All right, those are the 5 puzzles. And the 5 clues you got as a result of that were: number 10, if you want to become a vegetarian, take a pea, carefully wrap it in lettuce, then throw it in the trash. Number 15, we only mentioned the word booger because we know you know it wouldn't be a clue. 20, the world was aghast when Kate and William were pronounced man and wife, and William promptly turned into a frog. 25, you might want to avoid venturing into the forest. What were the voracious polar bears lurking there? 8:55, we could lay down some sod since growing grass from seed takes so long. That was it. That's what we gave you. Then at 3 o'clock, Tom showed you this. That was your 3 p.m. clue. It's a green phone. A green phone. We were telling you 2 things by this hint. One is you were looking for things that were green, and 2, they were going to give you a phone number. Green. Sorry.
And before you boot, you should know that the winners who will come up on stage shortly did not even need this clue to figure out that the words in the clues that were green were a phone number.
Yeah, we don't know how they did that. They're pretty smart. Anyway, so there were the 5 clues had a total of 7 green words, words that refer to green things. Those 7 words were pea, lettuce, booger, frog, forest, sod, and grass. That's pea, lettuce, booger, frog, forest, sod, and grass. 7 words that you had to turn into a phone number. People who do the hunt know that you have to get a number. It's a 7 digits. It's going to be a phone number. They counted the letters in those words. Pea is 3, lettuce is 7, booger is 6, frog is 4, forest is 6, sod is 3, and grass is 5. They called 376-4635. And when they called that number, they got Tom Schroeder saying, do you remember what you said?
I said something like...
I'll tell you what you said.
I don't know, I was drunk at the time. Go to many big signposts, think smaller.
So he's telling you, go to many big signposts, think smaller. That took them back over to the dreaded signposts. But you had to go to many big signposts. You had to start with the signpost M then go to A, then N, then Y, then B, then I, then G.
And the way
and then in each one, there were 2 words. Think smaller. You took the smaller of the 2 words. Now, people actually did this, folks. When they did that, they got the following 7 words. Go, home, hand, catch, her, your number. Go home, hand catcher your number. Behind us is home plate. There was a couple of people back there playing catch most of the afternoon. They actually were with the hunt. We asked them to come out early just so that nobody would notice them. And their names are Joanne and Roger Soman. And Joanne was a catcher. She had a catcher's mitt. She was standing on home plate. If you ran from the signpost with your number in your hand and gave it to Joanne, the catcher at home, you won the hunt. Wow. Now, only once before in the history of the hunt has somebody managed to solve it before we gave the 3 p.m. clue. That happened today. This team figured out. They had time. They were looking at their stations. They found 7 words that were similar. They all were green things, and they figured out to call the number. So we're going to give them first place. They came and said we're going to go and give them number. Then the other 2 teams solved it after we gave the puzzle. They went sprinting over there and came sprinting back. We are now going to present the winners. We're going to bring them up here, and then we're going to have Carnival give them their certificates. The 3rd place team, they're called the 3 Peters. That's P-E-A-T-E-R-S. Gail Goodman, Karen Dern, David Charlin, and Kevin Jones. Come on up, this is our 3rd place team. The 3 Peters, where are you guys from? Here? They're from Miami, ladies and gentlemen.
These guys? Right. You've done a job, I know. I believe they could have.
2nd place team, they were also the 2008 winners. They came in 2nd this year. Greg Nguyen, Antonio Janata, Frank Estat, Joel Del Toro, Stephanie Wolby, Bisham Secharan, and David Jones. Come on up. Miami Sunset Senior High School, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the ridiculous 1st place team. We cannot believe this happened. Fiscal Cliffhangers. Is that Peter Berg, Karen Berg, Jamie Cole, Debbie Cole, and Julie Cole. Come on up. They're from Davie. There goes all the Davie stereotypes out the window. The smartest people here are from Davie. And now we'd like to bring a Carnival cruise ship representative to come up and make a little presentation.